When you're 4 years old, you're not supposed to share. You actually have no idea how to share. You actually require some wiring up in your frontal lobe and down in underneath in the prefrontal cortex to be able to share. You won't even have the neural architecture for that for another 3 or 4 years. And we get kids who are 4 in trouble for not sharing. And then we wonder why we have whole generations of adults who feel like they're not good enough. Because we're not honoring children for who they are. We're trying to form children into who we want them to be. And then they grow up and become adults who feel like they must perform in order to be loved. Well, no kidding. Where did they get that from? So what we know from the science of child development now is that we must honor children for the very ones that they are. We've got to show up and make sense of children, not through this lens of morality, but rather through the lens of development. Children are children. They are not tiny adults. You cannot, by downward extension, take the expectations that you will eventually have of your children as adults and apply them to them now. Oh, if I'm generous with you, you'll get the greedy gimmies and you're going to grow up to be a greedy adult. No. Be generous with children because it inspires them to grow up and be generous adults. If a child is having a meltdown, you want to know what they need most from their big people? They need connection. They need compassion. They need empathy. They need an invitation for all of that nasty stuff to come out, because better out than in. That which stays in festers and comes forth later in uglier ways. You don't want them to bottle that up inside. You want them to barf that all out and now, so that when they become adults, they have learned how to deal with their big emotions. They have figured out what it is to self-regulate on the inside, because you actually grew for them a brain that was capable of that. And how did you grow for them a brain capable of self-regulation? You regulated them from the outside.